incline bench press. So what we're looking for is basically the bench is on an incline. I don't know what else I could say about that. Some people say, look, 45 degrees, 35 degrees. It doesn't really matter. You've got your flat bench, which is more general all pecs, and then when you start to incline it, it just hits different fibers, more like upper chest is kind of the goal here. So you're going to find a position that works for you, that's just much more comfortable. So find that to start off with, and there's no right or wrong with this one. Oh. So Jillian's going to come on back. Mm-hmm. Get nice and relaxed there. Perfect. Mm-hmm. So from a spotting position, I'm just going to be behind where I can spot her elbows and her wrists. So when you're ready, we're just going to go ahead and bring those dumbbells up and towards the ceiling. She's going to rotate it as though she's holding like a stick or a barbell. So when you're ready, you're going to bring those elbows down and apart. Inhale, and then exhale up and together. Okay, perfect. So that is the action. Just bringing it down and apart. Yeah, I was going to get all technical, like abduct. Some people, you'll notice that they clink the dumbbells at the top. If you find that you've done that, that's not a big deal. Gyms are like, sometimes they frown on it. But if you're new and you find you're just trying to get them close and they clink, not the end.
If you want to get your hands closer, you can rotate at the top. Bring your hands closer.
We've got an option there, yeah. I like to keep it like a clean movement because it separates it from a pec fly, which we'll talk about in another video. But again, there's no right or wrong. If you find rotating it just feels right, feels natural, that's totally fine. So Jillian's abs are still engaged even though she's in a supine supported position. Right now she's got her feet, actually her toes on the floor, just because it helps keep her pelvis in a neutral position, her back in a neutral position. But you can also bring the feet up if you want. So if you want to just show that real quick. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you feel safe with the feet up, that's 100% fine. And if your back feels better, then I'd say that's the position you want to be in. Mm-hmm. All right, we'll just do one or two more here. We're working the pectoralis, major, triceps, anterior deltoids. She's breathing. And then when she's finished, she's going to bring the dumbbells down to the rib cage, right? Versus trying to just drop them down onto the floor because it's going to be really hard on the shoulder joint.
Because some people do that where they want to drop. We're not going to let that happen.
Yeah. So we're keeping it close to the midline. Her rib cage can support it. I mean, she still has tension in her arms. They're not just sitting on her. And when she's finished, she's just going to abs in a little bit and then just roll the feet forward and the torso comes with it. There we go. And that's your bench press. Mm-hmm. So just a few pointers. Is that wrist positioning? So the cue you have was
knuckles to the ceiling.
Knuckles to the ceiling.
Yeah.
So I'll take that dumbbell so you can just do quick.
Yeah. So you want to keep your knuckle. All right, let me try this. All right, so you're going to try to keep as much length. Yes, it is sitting in the heel of the hand, but you don't want it to be bending back. Mm-hmm. You'll notice as you bend back, you even lose your grip. So you want to keep it in that position where you have a better grip.
Yeah. It actually helps with your grip strength as well. And it's just an easier, it's one less thing to worry about. You also don't need a death grip on the dumbbell.
No.
I find sometimes people when they're doing it, like I notice their knuckles start to turn white. And yeah, if you're new, you've got this thing over your face, you're sort of, you don't want to drop it.
A little apprehension.
Yeah, but once you realize how strong you are, that you're like, oh, okay, I can do this, then you can start to loosen up the grip. And like Gillian says, it sits in the heel of the hand, not in the finger. So anything else? Incline bench press.
Yeah, be aware of the weight you're using. You can work a lot with the tempo before you start really piling on the weight. Because if you find yourself you have to fling your arms up to the ceiling, it's probably too much.
Probably. So, all right. So that is incline bench press.
Yep.